All right, today we're going to be talking about negotiating with insurance companies. This is not something that teens encounter very often, but as parents of teenagers, you should encounter this if you ever, or you or your teen ever get into an automobile accident. As a personal injury attorney, I deal with this type of thing all the time. We recently had a client who contacted us about 8 or 9 months after their accident, and maybe even been a little bit later than that, and they basically, I think it was closer to 10 or 11 months, which is not ideal for us because we need to get it early so that we can work everything through the proper channels, make sure the case is good, and move forward that way. But we took on this case, and the client was hell bent that they were going to get the case settled themselves. And so they took it as far as they could, and the insurance company was doing what they always do. They were offering them low amounts, which I called low pay, and then they were dragging it out over the whole period so that if they got to the year mark, boom, the case prescribes and they don't have to pay out anything. And they catch people in that trick a lot. And I call that low pay, right? Slow pay and low pay. So anyway, they were stringing this guy along, and basically we jumped in, and he was concerned about getting a certain amount of money, right? And so when he hired us, he was worried that that certain amount of money, he was not going to be able to get it because of our fee that's involved. And I told him, hey, look, based on the facts of your case and what you have going on here, I am very confident that we can get you not only the money that you want, but it'll pay for our fee and make sure all your medical bills are paid for as well. And we ended up getting him 3 times in his pocket, 3 times what he was going to get originally. And so, and plus our fee, plus all the medical bills. So he didn't have any liens out there. He didn't have any medical companies that were calling him. And so having the ability to have an attorney on your side to negotiate with an insurance company is extremely important. And it's because insurance companies understand that regular people don't make claims all the time. Non-attorneys don't make claims all the time. And so it would just be like going to a non-hairstylist and asking them to cut your hair, or going to somebody who doesn't know how to put on a roof and asking them to put on a roof. It's just not what people do, and they try to save a few dollars here and there, and insurance companies love that. And so they take advantage of it, and they will exploit it every single time. And so what we do is we get in there, and we take the facts of the case, and we take the law, and we take the medical bills and all those things. There are times when it's not a good situation for an attorney to get involved. And so knowing that with property damage or various other aspects of your claim, you want to make sure that you don't accept the insurance company's first offer. That everything is meant to be negotiated with very few exceptions, maybe like a home mortgage or a cell phone contract or something. But you want to get in there and say, okay, well, you've offered me this much. I've got evidence like a blue book value or an NADA value of my vehicle, and I really think I'm entitled to this much, or I'm entitled to rental car coverage, or I am entitled to diminished value, or something like that. So you want to make sure that you don't accept their first offer, and then you're going back and forth with the insurance company trying to get them up to the highest amount, because they certainly aren't going to pay the very highest amount on the first try. And if it is something that is, higher dollar values or there are injuries involved, please get an attorney involved, no matter what state you live in or where you are located. And if you have questions about things like that, or you don't know what questions to ask an attorney when you're going to go hire one, please let me know, and I'm happy to help point you in the right direction, because I know it can be a daunting task, and it's not something that people do every day. So it's something that you don't have a whole lot of practice with. So hopefully you learned a little bit about how to negotiate with insurance companies here. And if you have any other questions or comments, direct message me, leave a comment below. Happy to fill out that information and respond back to you. And this is another edition of Parents of Teen Drivers Facebook group. And I am Seth Smiley from the Smiley Law Firm. And I'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much.